going to do one on the aquifer system. This is essentially what, you got your underground springs and stuff. They used to be like this, like all of it, the whole aquifer system was one massive, interconnected, intricate, like amazingly intricate, like built system. It's all built. The whole world is structure, and like all this is like cooked out brick, and all this is like, it's all the water system that used to be everywhere. Like it was all like that. I hate how it does this. And that's more underground. Good to do with water. Like more underground. Like this is stuff they've excavated and like found. Like this is pipe work from ancient times. Like that's another one. Like, you can see it. Like that's pipe work, but that's all pipe work. And these I don't know what they exactly were, but that's how the whole. It's not a bit loud. This whole world was all piped, all going the wrong way. It's another part of that setup. Like there was steel in the melt. There's one that's together. These are like different places and stuff. Like some of it's the same place, but some are different places. That's steel, metal. Like that's in the melt. All pipes. This is them running new pipe in like after the resets have all happened. This is them trying to get the system back up and running because it's messed up. Like water doesn't run where it's meant to. It's running in some places, just running on the land. So that's why it's all dirty because it just keeps washing away mud. This would have to do with water, the way it spirals down. It's all to get it vortexing to keep it alive. When water vortexes, it's alive. But all these will be for water. It's part of the underground water system. Like it's phenomenal. It's on ground, above ground, in ground, over ground. Pumps up the top of mountains, which mountains are melted buildings. So it's like water used to get pumped up the tops of these massive buildings, like massive buildings, and water would get pumped right up the top of them through pipework like this, like right up to the very top of the mountain, and then would come out of the mountain somewhere. It would have been, when it was all structure, it would have been into some sort of fancy water feature that then it travels all the way back downhill and goes back to the ocean. And so obviously the ocean water is what gets recycled, because most freshwater rivers end at the ocean. But how does the ocean water go from ocean water back to fresh water? It's a question, like, I don't know. Like, I reckon source, the central sun, has something to do with it. Cooks out like it vortexes out the salt or something, or maybe it just gets trapped in the earth or something. I really don't know how fresh water dumps into salt water. So theoretically that salt water, because it's constant flow 24/7, so that river has to get fed constant flow. So obviously it goes down to the river, down to the ocean. The ocean goes underground down to a big massive tank, and under there something happens to it. Somehow it turns pure again and gets rid of all its salt content, and it comes out fresh water, and then it gets pumped all around the world up the top of these massive buildings. But it's not just the buildings. Like, see that's a building. You can see it's all building, but it's all cooked, looks like nature, but it's got plumbing in there. So this is all old world stuff. Like this is part of the aquifer system that used to run. Like it's still running through there because it's not melted. But like some places, like there's another one that's definitely building. It's got the water running through there. So the water was running through the buildings, like because water's life. Like, that's again building. with water running through it. You can see that's all building. Like, see the square edges, like, you know, that's a building. That's part of like a massive castle or something. Water running through it. That's all building. Water running through it. So that would have been a feature in its day. Like, it would have been some kind of feature. And like, but it's all cooked now. Like, all that should be red brick with probably a facade or something. Wow. Stupid fucking hell. It's just never ending. That's another building. Aquifer system running through it. That's all building. Aquifer system running through it. Like it. And that's before it cooks too much. If that kept cooking and melting, that would turn to nature, and that would just look like nature, and you'd just think that's just a natural hill that water's coming over the top of. But that's a built structure. That all of it, all that was red brick. All this was red brick. It was all red brick. Rivers are canals. They're not naturally made rivers. Some might be because the water redirected because of the melt, but most rivers are canals. They're man-made. The whole world was made before the water was introduced. It was one massive manifestation, and there's places built into the ocean. There's star forts and stuff in the ocean that you just couldn't build if there was water there already. You couldn't do it. That's all. Like the whole world was one massive creation, one massive manifestation, and it was all created at once, and then the water was added. And it's just the only way they could have done it. It's the only way. But this, you can see it's all building, like in the middle of scrub. Yeah, you just think that's just bush, but that's a building. That's a melted building. You got pipe work coming through the rock. Like that's, you're not going to have pipe like that in nature, running to a spring. Like how would they get pipe like that in through that rock going how far? Like that could go 100 meters into the middle of this mountain. They don't have drills where they can just go zzz and start drilling 100 meters into a mountain and run pipe work. Those pipes are from before this looked like this, before this was melted, before when it was an actual building. This is all old world stuff. So that you can see that's all building. Like see, it's like it's not carved. That's not carved after the fact. It wasn't nature, and then they come along and carved a doorway in there, and all this looks like a wall that they've made like a water feature, Like and this is a wall. Like so, like they're not going to just make water features in a cave. They're just not going to do that. That's not what they. It's not. This was all building. This was all red brick with probably a facade over the top. If not, it was just red brick with your concrete top here, and that was another wall, and this was a water feature. Some kind of, like it might have had a fountain in the middle, like who knows what it would have been, but that's, there you go, more building. You can see the angles of it all and stuff, like that's not natural. It's not nature. Nature's not natural. More building with water running through it, like it's everywhere. Like. That's the same place. Again, like that one's hard to tell as a building, but it's definitely a building still, like because it all is. Like once you know, you just know. It's like the whole world is building. It just is. Like in this, see how they're all on the angle that way. So that's melted down. Those lines should be level. They should be running that way. But it's all melted and it's come down, and so half of it's down in the earth. It's all melted down and gone. And like it was massive. Like the water features of the old world would have been full on. Like some of it's crazy stuff. Like crazy. But again, it was all for like just for the pleasing properties of it. Like it was just to make make you feel good when you were there. Like just like you'd look around and you'd just be in awe because it was so perfection and everything was so amazing and sacred geometry and it was all laid out in perfection and it was just absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing. See, that's all building. Like you can see the edge that comes down here. Like it gets a little bit curvy at the bottom there, but it's because it's cooked. But that doesn't happen in nature. You don't get straight edges and archways like underneath here. And like that's built. You can see that's built. But all this you can see it's all brick. See all that? It's all brick. All brick. Except this side's cooked and turned to what looks like nature almost, or maybe a concrete. But and then this side's definite nature, but it's still got that square line. Like that line should come all the way down through, but all this is bubbled up and heat expanded, and it's gone and it's turned into nature. More just pipe work in the mount. Like you can see the wall corner here, and like that is a brick wall. Red brick wall. Would have had a facade over the top, and it just is what it is. I can't make you see this, but you just got to, if you don't see it, you just got to keep looking because you will see it if you allow yourself to see it. Most people seem to be going, nah, it's not possible, it's no way, and they just tell themselves no before actually looking at the evidence, like which is everywhere, like it's freaking everywhere. This world is in absolute ruins. But it didn't just run through the buildings, it ran over it, like it had aqueducts and stuff, like it, all water features like these. And these, see that's for the water to come in and go like that and spiral. And that water probably come in this way and probably the two of them clash and combine and make a spiral and then it goes out there or however it works, whatever it was for. Like. But I'd say it's to spiral vortex the water. To keep it alive. And as you can see it's all cooked here, gone to nature. That's all red brick, like normal, all red brick. Oh, go away, ads. But then you got them. So I used to run underground in all pipe work. The whole thing was all pipe work. Like it's all cooked and turned to nature-looking stuff now. So you think it's a natural spring, but it used to be like I don't know if it was terracotta or if it was more just brick material. But it was like it was all piped. It was either piped in metal that didn't rust. The old world metal didn't rust. But just that in itself, building that. Is like phenomenal. Like it's all red brick, as you can see there, red brick. So imagine building something like that, an aqueduct like that, in the 1500s, and when they had horse and buggy and nothing. Like, how would they get all the bricks there? It's all manifested bricks, like all of it. But it's like the water used to run through the aqueducts and they're everywhere, like not in all countries but in some countries. There's all these massive aqueducts, so some of them still work, some of them don't, like this one you can see doesn't, it's all dry. But back in the day, and this is all built for water to travel, like so it's all like built like from there to there has got to be a certain fall for the certain amount of water to fall and travel downhill, and then when it gets over here, like who knows what it's got to do. It might go in and down and through the mountain and rah, but like here you can see it's almost going up and then it's coming down again, so it's almost like one of the ways water's either going uphill here or uphill here. It's a bit weird, but it could be melted, like that might be sunken down, that's why it looks a bit unlevel. But it's crazy. The whole aquifer systems are nuts. Like, as I said, most of it doesn't work anymore. But that's new world stuff. But it's still like they're still sort of taken over like that. That's all canal. Obviously, you can see it's canal, and that's how rivers were. That's how they all were back in the day. Like if that was in the meltdown, which it could have been, but I doubt it. That looks pretty new. If that was in the meltdown, like, because it seems that the energy actually ran through the water, and so that's why the rivers are all cooked out and turned to nature, because this actually got a charge in it and went zzz, and would have zapped all this would have turned to natural looking rock. But it's not natural. But all the fountains in the cities, I went to a cathedral in Melbourne, and I was with an old mate. I was saying, like, I bet you that water is from the underground aquifer system. Like, it's pure water. That's the water we should be drinking. And it's just in a water feature out the front of a cathedral. And like, it just looks like it's its own system. Doesn't look like it comes from underground or nothing. It just looks like its own little pond. And he tasted it, and he's like, that tastes amazing. So I tried some, and it was the best water I've ever had. And it's like, it's from the aquifer system. And because we don't know about it, like, if say everyone ran out of water and there was a big water trouble, like, no one's going to go to these fountains in the city, like all these fountains. Like, no one's going to go to that fountain and drink out of it, because they'll be like, oh, it's in the city, like, who knows what people have done to it. They'll probably go drink out of the disgusting river that's brown before they drink out of one of these fountains. And these fountains are connected to the old world aquifer system, and they're the real water. This is the stuff you want to drink. This is like, and even this will all end up going underground and connecting. Well, it looks like it goes to the ocean there, but maybe from this end and underground pipe work going to like another one and another one. The whole lot is interconnected, and it runs underground, above ground, in ground, over ground. All like, it's just this massive spider web, connected, interconnected, like amazing, intricate, complex, like aquifer system that had to be laid in the foundations of Earth when Earth was manifested. Like, it had to be one big system that was like, it would have been all designed like on a quantum computer or something. Like, I don't exactly know how they manifested it, but it would have been some sort of way of them, like with a quantum computer making the aquifer system that then they lay the foundations over in the bricks, and they do 3D imaging and stuff, and then with the buildings over the top, but they would have had to have openings to connect water that goes up the buildings, and like, it's such a complex, amazing system. Like, when you really think about it, like, just the fact that water gets up the top of a mountain, like, the mountain could be 2,000 meters tall, and it gets water pumped underground in through the mountain up to the top of the mountain, which feeds 24/7 in constant flow the start of a river that starts up the top of a mountain. Like, just that. Like, how does it get up there? Where's the pump? What pumps the water up 2,000 meters? Like, that's a long way. You need a pretty powerful pump to pump water. Like even 100 meters. You need a very strong pump to pump water up 100 meters. Like, so what's pumping it? I believe it's source, the central sun, vortexes, and creates like a hydraulic type system, pumps it through the whole system, and it starts in the center of the realm and gets pushed out, and it goes up and down and in and through and round and up and it's like a massive, complex spider web, intricate system that is interconnected throughout the whole realm. It's absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing. It's phenomenal. But all these, like, even that'll be the natural water. That'll be the most purest water. Like, but who's going to go and drink out of that in that city? Like, it looks a bit like a bit of a dark dungeony sort of area in the middle of a garden, like botanical gardens or something. Like, no one's going to drink out of that. They'd be like, fuck that. It's probably poison. And they probably do poison it. Like, don't get me wrong. They probably put shit in there, so even if you do drink it, it's no good. But it should be the pure water. Like, it should be fucking good. aqueducts. It's lots of underground stuff, like underground caves with water in them. Like, look, you can tell that's all built, like, for sure. It's all like all built. Underground caves, like baths. All that. Look how melted it is. Look at it. All that. Look, it's all melted. It's all building. That whole thing is building. Whole world building. Look at that. That's an aqueduct. That should be perfect brickwork. Look at it. Look how melted that is, dripping off. Like, that is absolutely 100% undeniably melted. Like, look at it. You cannot tell me that that is anything but melted and cooked and turned to stone. Like, it's done it all. That should be red brick with facade covering, and it's turned to, what would you even call it? Sandstone? What would you call it? It could be like limestone, something, but it's like, whatever it is not natural, because archways don't build in nature, and like, you don't get a natural looking aqueduct archways all through it in nature. That's not going to form with sediment layers. Like, no fucking way. Like, just to build an arch in brickwork, you have to build a frame underneath. So some of these, like, this is nothing, this one, but some of these are like up like 100 foot, 50 metres, 30 metres high, and they've built a massive frame underneath to be able to build the brickwork on top to form the archway. Like, just think of that. Like that can't be natural, because you got sediments landing over this side and sediments landing over this side, and then when sediments start landing here, like, to build out, like, what was the sediment sitting on? Nothing. Floating in midair, because there had to be a layer here first for the sediments to build up on top of, to keep building up on top and up and up and up and up and up and up to build all this up. There had to be a frame under here for if it was sediments. Like, it's not. Geology's fake. The whole thing is absolute made up bullshit. All to hide this, to hide the meltdown. All of it. Like, geology, they can't carbon date. Like, that's a bad photo, but that's cooked as crazy. Like, that's another one. Same sort of aqueduct. Look at it. Like, bad photo, but you can just see that that is cooked as all shit. Another one, cooked as fuck. Look at it, bulging out the bottom, all dripping. Like, but then when the electricity stopped, it all solidifies and goes hard, rock hard, straight away again. It all turns from brick, turns into a liquid, and then the electricity stops, and because it is brick, it goes and it goes dead hard again. You get some mountains with full waves coming over, like the whole building was like tipping over, starting to fall over itself, and then it's just like bang, and it freezes mid-air, and now it's just a wave in the middle of this like cliff face, and it's all building, like, all of it looks like nature, but it's not. Look at that, it's all melted as all shit. It's turned to marshmallow. Look at it. Looks like marshmallow. That's not natural. Not natural at all. Again, this is all building. Like, you can't see bricks there, but you almost can there. Like, that's almost brickwork. Look at that. Hard to see, a bit blurry, but that's almost bricks. That is all red brick. All of it. Another good one of that other aqueduct, melted as shit. Like, what else? Make sense of it. Any other way. Make your own story up. Make your own, like, don't lie to yourself, but make up your own explanation of what could have happened to that. Like, once you know it's all red brick and facade, that's another, like, it makes it a lot easier. But if you don't believe it's all red brick and facade, like, what is it then? Is that carved? Did they carve that out of stone and make an arch bridge like that, like an aqueduct? Is it carved? Like, what is it? Why does it all look like nature? That's not natural. This is just a water fountain, but look at all this, all melted and cooked. Right, but that's still working. Like, so that water will come from the depths, deep, deep depths of Earth, from a holding tank that is below us that somehow purifies all the water. And here you got your pipe work in a mountain, like cliff face. Like, how is water coming out of a cliff face, and why is there square looking things that are all the same on each one? So it looks like that's, how would there be pipe work to make 5 perfect channels of water coming out the side of a cliff face? Where's it come from? What, they've pumped it from under here and gone up through and round? They're just doing that? I don't think so. Like, they're not going to go to that much trouble. But aqueduct wheels, moving water up and stuff. But even all this, it's all structure, all of it. But it would have been fancy, look, in its day, look, and it still looks nice now. Look, nature has created its own effect, and it's cooked and it's melted, but it's beautiful. Look, it's got its own beauty about it. It's nature. I love nature. I love it. I've always loved nature. Going motorbike riding and camping, 4-wheel driving, all sorts of. I used to live in the bush, and I love bush, but it's not natural. It's not natural. All rock formations, all of it, all rock it's all melted brick. All of it. Like, it took me a long time to be able to say that, but like I can hold my head up proud and say, because I don't talk bullshit. You can think I'm talking bullshit all you like. You get the occasional one that comes on my shit and it's like, oh, you're just full of shit. You don't know nothing. Like, so yeah, prove me wrong, but prove me wrong. You got to look at all this evidence though. I've got thousands and thousands and thousands of photos that you got to look at and tell me what happened. What the fuck happened here? And it would have been all water back in its day. Like, don't read that. It's all bullshit. And this place, all the different levels. It would have been like a big, massive water feature with like, you have separate pools for people to swim in and stuff. They'd still use this, I'm pretty sure. They still do. Like, it's like a tourist attraction. Everyone goes there, but it's all melted. Like, it's all cooked and melted. Look at that one. Look at it. Like, blurry again, but still. Like, look at all this. Like, so what is it? It looks like nature, but nature doesn't form bridges like this with archways. Like, that's just, it's not nature. And they didn't carve it and leave it all jaggedy and dangle, like, looking like melted. They didn't carve and make it look melted. It's melted, and that's why it looks melted. It's pretty. It's not rocket science. It's very simple. It's very simple to actually get this whole meltology stuff. Like, it's really basic. You've just got to accept it. It's up to you to accept. You got to make sure you look enough, and don't tell yourself no. Like, just allow your eyes to see what they see, and like, listen to what we have to say. But you don't have to agree with it. Just keep looking, and eventually it will go ding, and you will see it. And then from that moment onwards, I promise you, from that moment onwards, you will never look at the world the same again, because everything you see from that moment on, you will see melt in it. All rock formations, all of it, you will see the melt in it, and it will stand out like crazy, and it changes your whole view of the world. And it's like, it's heavy, and it's heavy to take. So it's like a lot of death, pain, suffering went on with this, because it's an electrical event. It would have fried the shit out of us. And it would have zapped the soul too, like not just the physical body, it would have got the soul, and that's why we've all been asleep, I reckon. We've been asleep at the wheel for the last 200 years. Like, we're only just starting to wake up to these events now. Plenty of people, there's been 5 of them, and we've been through them all. Like, everyone has. There's no heaven, you don't go to heaven. When you die, you just stay a ghost in this realm. You just get to float around and do nothing. Like, you're just stuck in this realm looking at your family live their lives, and that's all you do, and you can't do shit. Like, unless you're a high frequency when you die. Like, but even then, like, you can't go up higher when you're dead, you have to raise your frequency while you're alive. Like, that's just how it works. So, like, everyone was here, whether they were a spirit or whether they were alive. Everyone was here, and everyone would have got zapped. Like, even spirits, because it's electrical. Like, it's etheric energy. Like, it's, mate, the soul itself, the spirit, the ghost. Like, even though they were dead, they still got zapped. Like, it's hectic when you think about it, because they're already dead. They shouldn't be going through more pain. Like, it's not real good, is it? But they would have zapped them. Well, I can't say guaranteed, but I'm putting good money on that would have. But it's crazy. This aquifer system is nuts. It's nuts. Like, I thought I had more pipework stuff, but I've seen more. I just didn't save them. But the whole world used to be piped, like all piped water. And it's the holy water. It's the fountain of youth. They've hidden it from us. It used to be in parks all over the joint. It used to be all over everywhere. And they're water like fountains and drinking taps and stuff everywhere, all throughout the realm. And they've hidden it. And they'll move the whole water feature 100 meters over there, so you don't even if we did try to find it, we're going to struggle just to find it again. Because they've buried it and they've put it all underground and they've hidden it all from us. Like, they'll have it in their homes, in all their elite fucking shit. They'll have it, but they make sure we don't have it because it promotes life. We drink nothing but this water. We'll live hundreds of years old, maybe thousands of years old. And like they are, like the elite and the controllers of this world are probably, like, if there's been 5 events and they're every few hundred years, like maybe 150 to 300 years, like, so they could be 1500 years old. They might die in between and they keep just coming back to the family, so they could be like 300, 500, 700 years old. And that's no word of a lie. Like, that's what they do. They keep getting through. They're in the centre, and the centre's the only place that gets through every cycle when the sun moves. And they go out and, like, nowadays they've probably got floating drones, floating cities that they go up in the sky and get right the fuck away from everything while the event happens. We don't know shit about it, so we all get fried and we fucking die and get reset. But we're all eternal, so slowly they repopulate and we all eventually come back, and we're still traumatised from going through our karma, because we're all sinning all the time, eating meat, and we're all fucking up and doing all this shit that no one even thinks about. And so you're traumatised from your karma, but you're still traumatised from the event from the last one. But then you come back and they fucking fill you full of chemicals, and you just fill your body up with all this shit, and we're just dying, death, fucking constant death, karmic loop, going round and fucking round, and round. And we just keep dying and going through karma and then getting reborn and then dying. And this fucking slave system between, they've created it all. It's all by design. It's all fucked up. It is not the way we are meant to live. It is meant to be an adventure playground for everyone to enjoy. You are meant to have whatever you want to live your best life possible. It's part of your birthright. To have whatever you need to live your best life possible. If you have a passion, like my passion's cars, I love cars, I should have the best fucking car there is, because I'm the type of person that would evolve that car. I would turn it into a better car. I would figure out a way to make it better, faster, stronger, like more safe, or like something. I'd be able to do something with it, and I'd make the fucking best. But that doesn't suit them. They don't want the best. They want us to have shit that we throw out and fill up the fucking earth full of crap, and we just have to buy another one and another one. Every 3 years you're buying a new fucking washing machine and fucking new fucking phone, because they fucking put an app on your phone and hack it and blow your phone up on you, so you got to buy a fucking new one. And it's all fucking backwards. It's all inverted fucking bullshit. All lies, globe earth's lie, history's a lie. It's fucking all fucking bullshit. All lies, all of it to hide this meltdown. Because they don't want to see this shit, because it's fucking full on, and it connects the dots and it makes you realise how they control us and what they fucking do and where they are. Eventually you figure out where they are, and mate, once the masses get onto this shit, they're fucked, mate. But but none of you accept it. You're all like, fucking, no way, it can't be. They wouldn't do that to us. Fucking repair jobs, or it's fucking built like that. Like, no, you don't get fucking rocks and stone walls with random rocks all over the fucking joint in a brick wall. Like, no, they don't fucking build like that. It's not how they build. It's popcorned fucking bricks that used to be brick that have gone bang and exploded into a fucking rock. And they're fucking all throughout the wall, just different frequencies and different energy spikes and different wind could have been like factor into it, like where the water was involved, like different vibrations, different fucking like it doesn't end. There's a whole list of things that can make different effects, but it's all the same effect. It all like it turns to nature, it does this shit, or it just cooks and like gets rid of the facade, or it, like it something turns something out. Like it's all red brick, the whole world. Anyway, that's fucking that. I guess I'll stop rambling now, but it's not ramble. It's like it's dead set. This is the way. This is like I fucking put enough into this. I know what I talk about. I know, like I try to say it in the most layman terms I can. Like if I'm confusing you, I'd be shocked because I'm not talking technical. I'm just talking how it is, just straight up layman's terms. Fucking this is how it is. Like if you don't see it yet, just keep looking, and you will see it. Anyway, enjoy and much love.